right back in those weeds. On the edge, but you know, they're chasing damsel nymphs. I like that fly of yours, Andrew.
Yes, I do.
I ran my fly through there. Woken the dogs up.
Now I'm unsure of the size of this because this is on the 3 weight. So I'm just going to take it a bit easy. Whoa, there he goes. Come on.
You want me to land this for you? Or you?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I'm getting no line burn, so it might be a smaller fish, but gee, it's just fun on this rod. And he's playing clean too. He went out away from the weed beds. Now he's woken up. He's going back to the weed bed. Just going a bit easy, just in case. Just don't feel he's finished. Oh, it's a nice bass.
Nice bass. Well done.
Yeah!
Well done.
That's a nice fish. That's in his 40s. That's in the 40s.
Get the camera out there.
That's a fat fish, isn't it?
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
I like that fly of yours. That fly's
Yeah.
fallen out.
It's fallen out. So,
Yeah.
kept the pressure on. Beautiful.
There are two particularly special dimensions to fly fishing. One is sight fishing, that is casting to fish you can see, and the second is fishing with surface flies. Surface fly action draws the fish up out of the depths and gets them feeding on top. That moment where we get them moving from their deep lairs to crashing flies off the surface is incredibly exciting. I'm with Andrew Grabham, and he's a specialist at fishing surface flies for bass. And right now he's going to show us one of his favourite bass fishing flies.
Thanks, Pete. What I like about this fly is it's simple to tie. It's not going to take you half an hour. You can tie this fly quickly. It sits low in the water and the takes on it are very positive. You don't get too many misses with this fly, and as far as I'm concerned, that makes it a great fly.
Okay. What do you call this fly?
This is actually a Gartside Gurgler. Well, it's my version of it.
Okay, yeah. That's a pretty well-known pattern.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
It is indeed. And he originally tied it, I believe, to fish subsurface.
Yeah. Yes, he did, yeah.
So that it would wiggle underwater. That's what I initially meant for this fly to do. But when I saw its action on the surface, I stopped there.
Yeah.
I've chosen bucktail here. I like to measure up. I want the fly to finish very close to the end of the hook.
Right, okay.
I believe that's important.
Okay.
I've only got a limited time to fish in the morning, and I don't want to be mucking about with fish tugging on the tail. Okay, so I snip that off.
Right, so this short fly is eliminating short strikes.
Short strikes.
Yeah. They've got to grab the whole thing.
Yeah, I like to put a bit of flash in.
Okay. You've noticed no difference between no flash flies and flash flies? Any difference in strikes?
No, but I'm suspicious enough of fish to think to myself, well, maybe this represents a bit of the carapace shining, if they think it's a cicada, which you can hear in the bushes at the moment.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it could represent a bit of scale, or even just a bit of movement.
Yeah.
Now, I know you like to tie this fly with legs in it,
Yeah.
but I'm going to leave that for people that know a bit better.
Yeah. No, I have my fly is fairly similar. I'm very keen on seeing yours. You're the one catching all the big bass, mate.
Well, there have been some really good bass at the moment. Okay, now I've tied this on top.
Yeah.
And what I like to do, it's fairly standard, is just to cut this in separate lengths.
At a taper. Yeah.
The taper.
Mm-hmm.
But here again, Pete, I like to splay it out until I'm happy that it's got a good coverage.
Yeah.
Once it's got a good coverage, hold it in place, give a couple of wraps of line,
Yeah.
and it stays where I want it to be. Basically, that's my simple tail finished.
Finished. Wow, that's simple. Okay.
So I'm now going to bring the thread up towards the eye of the hook. Okay, I've got a bit of foam here, and it's commercially available. It's called, I forget,
Eversote.
Eversote
Foam, yeah.
Now I've just cut this into strips like so, and that should do me 2 flies. It's about 15 mil wide. And there we go.
Okay, there we go.
And I'd just like to make sure it's a bit straight.
Yeah.
I could probably come
That's
back a
pretty
bit more.
simple, isn't it?
It is. I could have probably palmered a bit of hackle lead just to give
some
more the
legs
illusion
and,
of shape. But my point in tying this fly and saying to people, you don't have to have the bum hole in the right place.
Yeah.
This isn't a trout fly.
Yeah.
This is a native Australian fish, and they'll hit it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, now I've taken my thread back up towards the eye, and this is why I didn't want to crowd it, because now I need to tie it off. Now what I have found here, Pete, is not to pull it too hard.
Right. Okay.
If I pull this thread now down too hard, I'm going to eat into the foam, and I'm going to weaken the front bib.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so I'll just do a couple of loose wraps like that. Then, seeing where the eye is, take my scissors, just trim it off like so.
Yep.
Now again, when I'm going to tie this off, I don't want to tie it too tight.
Yep.
And the knot thingo's here.
Whip finisher.
Whip finisher, thank you. Whip finisher, which a lot of people have a lot of trouble using.
I can't use one.
Oh, there you go. Well, maybe I can help you there. What we're doing is I'm forming a V. Can you see that V?
Yep.
Okay. With that V, I'm going to pass it through.
Yep.
That V fits over the front, comes down, take it off.
Excellent.
Now, one important...
Don't cut your thread yet. Now whip finish around the eye.
Okay, all right.
Pull that back and put a whip finish around the eye. It's more secure, more solid. That's it. Fold that back. There you go.
Beautiful. Hadn't thought of that. Thank you.
Yep. There you go. Better finish.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now then, every fly is different. And as much as I try, I think, wow, this fly, this bloop on this is fantastic. I've got to come and copy this. I can't reproduce the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Now what I do is I bend two sides together to make them fairly even. I get my long scissors. I nearly cut that the wrong way.
That gets it pretty exact, doesn't it?
And there we have it. That's finished.
Wonderful. Okay. Let him go. Big fella. Off you go, buddy. Spear him back in. One of the great pleasures of fly fishing is catching fish on flies you've made yourself. But when you're getting as badly outfished as I was, it's time to swallow your pride, do as the locals do, and use what they're using. I have just changed to one of your flies. Andrew, make that 3-weight work.
It's working. This 3-weight is working.
It's got a
But I tell you what, it's got a lot of guts. I think this is a big fish, Pete. I think
Okay.
this is a big fish.
I'll come down and give you a hand. You want me to drive us out of the weeds a bit?
Yeah, probably. That'd be a good idea. Oh, that's
You're
it. That's
swimming
it.
now.
Yeah, good driving. She's coming right out now. She's following that beautifully. Bit of side strain. Lead the fish where you want it to go.
Where's that net?
Just behind me,
I
Pete.
got it. Yep.
See, I told you I moved the other rod. I said it'd be in the way of the net and we'll be neating that. Okay. Okay.
Think that's the same one that swirled on your fly?
Don't know.
Earlier?
Can't say. It probably was.
Not so
No,
big.
it's not so big, but gee, it fought.
Nice.
That's not a bad
That's
fish,
not
though.
bad. And yep, he's choked on it.
He's choked on that.
Beautiful.
Not a bad fish.
Nice, good start. Way down there.
Yeah, he wanted it. And I think that was the advantage of having the fly. When this fly
Yeah.
sits in the water, it's almost vertical.
Into the back of the gill plate.
If you have a look at those
There it
that are
is.
sticking out, I think that's what cut me off
Yeah.
from the other.
Okay. Oh, got him this
Yes!
time. Got him this time. Got him this time. Wake up the dogs. Who let the dogs out?
Oh yeah, he's giving you some too.
I can retaliate. I can retaliate. Tarnishing.
Oh, nice fish. Oh yes, Peter. Oh yeah.
There we
Oh,
are.
look at that. Look at that. Oh,
Oh, what a lump of a
what
bass.
fish. Oh, well done.
Thank you.
Oh, what a fish.
What a lump. That's a great fly of yours there, mate.
Thanks, Pete.
I can't wait to tell Lee Haskins. He's the American guy who's really popularised that pattern. And
Now that's a good fish.
how many centimetres is that by your
Well,
experience call?
I reckon.
High
that's-
40s?
I reckon very high 40s, and I might put a tape on that.
Okay. Wonderful. Very weighty too, very solid.
Ah, that was nice. That was just so gentle. It was
Gentle?
So gentle.
It's like someone threw a brick in the water.
No, he's a little pup, this one.
I'll leave you to handle that, is that alright?
Any fish on fly, I'm really got to be happy with. And this rod is a treat. Absolute treat. Oh, he's going deep. Where do you want to go? Rod in the water. Get him under the propeller. Oh, no, yeah,
Just a pup,
yeah, a pup.
a basslet.
But I tell you what, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
If that was my only fish of the day, I'd be happy. In you go.
Where was that one hooked? Did he suck it down deep or in the
No,
corner?
it's right in the corner.
Okay,
Right in the corner of the mouth there.
that's good.
Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish. Beautiful.
Yeah, that fly's got something about it, Andrew.
I think the way it sits in the water is the major thing for converting a strike to a hookup.
Yeah, but it's drawing many more strikes than the fly I was using, and I suspect from, I mean, the underwater footage of it is going to reveal some quite interesting things, and I suspect it has a fairly non-aggressive action. You know, you can bloop it at a very slow pace, has a fairly slim profile, and I think a lot of the time these fish are actually quite timid about what they'll come to the surface and eat. And big aggressive flies tend to spook them.
Yep.
You know, tend to show them off. Whereas this is creating bubbles and a little bit of ruckus, but without having too much to it.
Yep.
Something very good about it. I'll certainly be making some of these when I get home, mate.
Oh,
I must get some of that foam from you.
no worries.
It's a very soft foam, but it seems to hold its shape well.
Well done, Pete.
Come out of there.
Oh yeah, that's bringing it.
Do your floating out of here.
Ooh, a nice big tail swirl there.
Certainly seem to be on the go today.
Nice fish.
Excellent. God, this is quality fish. Again, right in the corner.
Oh, look at that.
Fly cat just came out.
Popped out beautiful.
Yeah, I squished that barb down.
Excellent.
Make it easier to release them. Now you don't want to put these back in here.
No, not at the moment. I think we've got our full quota now.
Yeah.
We can only have 2 bass in possession.
Yeah.
So we're going to go out to the flats out there, going to drop them off. Now, I don't know how true it is for the type of fishing we're doing along the weed beds, but my mates swear by it, that when they've got schooled bass, if they drop one back down, fish go quiet.
Yeah.
So
I've seen that happen.
I'm
with
going
a
to
few
bow to
different
superstition.
species,
And,
so gorgeous. Thank you.